What up? What up? This is Ryan A. Polk with the wrap up, and for today's episode, I am going to do A Simple Favor, a movie that I've realized that I just couldn't wait to share because this movie was really good. It was really good, and let's get on ahead into this. So, this movie is directed by Paul Feig, and he's the director for that crappy Ghostbusters, the one that had Melissa McCarthy and Leslie Jones in it. And however, he was the producer of the Peanuts movie, a movie which I really liked and thought that was good, even though I am a Peanuts fan. Movie was good. And also, he's also the creator of the classic and funny Freaks and Geeks. And with this movie I think now one of his best, because this movie is a dark comedy. And for it being a dark comedy, I think it is one of the best dark comedies. Stars Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. Now, I will be honest, can't really think of too many movies of Blake Lively or Anna Kendrick's that I have seen. But I will say this, this is definitely, I think, probably their best one of those two. As far as for those two's movies, this is probably their best one. And since it is dark comedy, there are some funny stuff in it, funny lines, and also at the same time, it is kind of suspenseful. It has question marks on it. And when me and my friends saw the preview of this movie, we instantly wanted to see it, because when we saw the trailer for it, we was just wondering, like, oh my goodness, so why does she disappear? Because in the trailer it has that, okay, she disappears, but it was making it seem like, okay, what was the motive for disappearing? Because it was talking about her and everything, about like how secretive she is and everything, how distant she was from everybody. Basically an antisocial woman with some secrets or some skeletons in her closet. And my first impression of seeing this, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe her friend would be the number one suspect or something like that. But it wasn't even like that. Because Blake Lively, she befriends Anna Kendricks. Anna Kendricks plays this really nice, will do anything for a friend woman. She's also very naive at that too. And her character wouldn't even hurt a fly at all. Like, literally, she's the definition of everything of not being an asshole or a douche or anything like that. Just really nice. Will do anything. She would do anything that Blake Lively would tell her to do in the movie, and then that's where the name explains it. A simple favor. She asked her for a simple favor, and then that simple favor just turns into this amazing story within this movie. The acting was great. Both Blake Lively and Anna Kendricks both did a great job, and the kids who had played their sons in the movie, Blake Lively had a son in this movie. Anna Kendricks had a son in this movie. Both of them did a good job. If it's those two kids' first movie, I encourage them to still continue acting, because they did a phenomenal job, and even they had some funny lines in that movie too. And Blake Lively, I think this movie, she should definitely get a Golden Globe nomination for this movie. She's Golden Globe worthy for this movie, because the movie basically, it is a huge twist, an unexpected twist. At least for me, the twist was unexpected at the end of this movie, because it was something that I wasn't expected, and me, I don't like to spoil nothing. I'm not going to spoil it, but I do encourage that you see this movie, because this movie it will catch your attention. And one thing this movie was not, it was not boring at all. For some reason, I thought maybe it was going to be boring a little bit, but it actually wasn't. I didn't fall asleep. I was just glued to the screen the whole entire time when I had saw this with me as I'm watching this movie. And Blake Lively, I will say this, she was low key badass too in a way. She was low key badass, and at the same time, Anna Kendrick's kind of, she was just one of those, don't take kindness for weakness type of situations in the movie. But the kindness for weakness was kind of in a different term. But do not want to spoil the movie at all, because that's not what I do. So, with wrapping up with this, in conclusion, out of 5 stars, I give A Simple Favor 4 out of 5 stars. For its grade, I give A Simple Favor a B+. Should you go see this movie? Hell yeah, you should definitely go see this movie. It is, you will absolutely love it. For a dark comedy, it literally explains it. It has funny stuff in it, and at the same time, it also has serious stuff in it. It's mixed together. It definitely deserves its title for being a dark comedy. And with that being said, this is Ryan A. Polk with the wrap up, signing off.